What's up, Duce Ray here. Welcome to the channel. Today we're going to do a gear review on this guy. If you've watched the channel before, I already have a review of my thoughts on the SC Live 4, which I returned. And if you want to know why, you can go check out that video. It just didn't work out for me. I had strong opinions about it. So this, if you're wondering, what is this? If you're not familiar, this is the Prime 4 Plus from Denon DJ. This is their flagship all-in-one unit. So I want to talk about my thoughts on it as somebody who's been getting into DJing and been around the scene for a long time. Before we even get into that, real quick, do me a huge favor, hit that subscribe button. It's super important. Lets YouTube know that people want to see my videos. And if you could leave a like, a comment below. Obviously, you can watch a video, comment what I talk about. That'd be super awesome. I'd super appreciate it. Let's talk about what I think about this guy. This is much like the SC Live 4, but this is their flagship. So it has a bunch of other features that SC Live 4 didn't have. First things first is I wanted an all-in-one unit. I didn't necessarily want to be tied to a laptop all the time. You can do that. You can run Serato on this. You can run virtual DJ as well. Obviously has its own operating system, the Engine OS, which I really like. I've used Serato a little bit as far as UI workability and quick workflow. I like it a little bit better. It has some features Serato doesn't have, to my knowledge anyway. I don't believe Serato Pro has lighting control. This does. So did this SC Live 4 that had some lighting control, but this obviously has as well. I can even pull it up here on the screen. I think I'm trying to look at stuff upside down here. Control center, yeah, lighting. So it has a whole engine lighting system in here. Pro. And then I don't have my lights hooked up right now, but you can set it up to I don't know if it helps you. So you have manual control overrides. You can also set up things like lighting shows on a per song or per file basis in here, so everything stays in sync with what you're doing. Super dope. The jog wheels feel just about the same, maybe slightly different, but I think they're the same jog wheels. If they're different, they're very minusculely different, but they're nice as the SC Live 4. They are an upgrade from the previous Prime 4. The look and aesthetic is upgraded from the Prime 4 to the Prime 4 Plus. So it looks closer to the SC Live 4. Obviously, the SC Live 4 was a newer generation compared to the Prime 4. One thing to note that this thing has two effects banks here, two channels. If you look at, or two effects channels, I should say. So if you look at all the channels here, all four channels, you can select between one or two on each channel, or turn them off. So you can have individual channels you can flip between, which is cool. Obviously, you also have your filter effects down here for the filter knobs. On the EQ section, you have your low, mid, high, gain, and then obviously your fader levels down here and your crossfader. All standard stuff, nothing wild or crazy there. I like the pads on this thing. It's a full-featured unit. I love the screen on this guy. It's much larger than the SC Live 4. It's also adjustable. Obviously, this case does not come with it. This is extra. It's by Odyssey Cases, I think, like $350 or something for the case. But I feel like all these DJ controllers look weird when they're not in a flight case. Personally, like I feel like these. Well, one, this protects it, but two, I think it just makes it look cooler. But up here, I can put my laptop for other things, which is coming useful at gigs. I have done several gigs with this already. This unit. Some just regular DJing gigs as well as some hip-hop shows. Worked flawlessly. I did have, and I'm not sure why yet. I haven't troubleshot it. I was having disconnection issues on this unit particularly. It kept saying the media was disconnected, and I'm not sure if it was the thumb drive, because I had a hard drive and a thumb drive plugged into it. I think it was a thumb drive. It was a cheaper thumb drive. So maybe that was the problem. I'll obviously have to test. It didn't cause any hiccups or problems. It obviously, when you're playing a song, it loads it into the memory of the unit, into the RAM or whatever. I'm assuming it's loading the song into RAM when it does that, or some sort of internal storage. But it loads it in there. It does the same thing if you run through a network. So oftentimes when I'm here in the studio, I have Engine Live on my PC here. where I can keep my whole library of like 600,000 songs, quite literally. My library is something like 6 or 7 terabytes at this point. A lot of songs. So that way I can kind of dig through that entire library right here on the unit as I'm sitting across the room, practicing, playing, figuring out stuff. I could be setting up my playlist here on this or on the computer, and then immediately have it linked through Wi-Fi or Ethernet cable. This does have an Ethernet at the back. So you can link other devices directly, like together through Ableton link or just internet connection in general. This thing's a powerhouse. Obviously, a lot of people have reviewed this. I'm not going to go into detail on every single subject matter on it, but it is pretty dope. So at the last show I did bring some of my own lights that we were able to pre-configure in a sound switch. So you can there's a USB dongle to a DMX cable that you plug into the back of this or on top, either one. I usually plug it in the back. And then I can run my DMX from this to my own lighting system. And then, so we used Sound Switch to pre-program the light show for the lights we had available. And brought those lights, hooked them up, just some extra. In this particular show, we were just running some up lights on top of the house lights that were already there. It just added an extra aesthetic that kind of set us apart on stage from other people. Most of the other artists that were at that particular show did not have their own DJ, so they were just using the house DJ. They'll just bring a thumb drive. They'll have their whole set on one long file. Sometimes they'll have it separate files, but it's pretty common to see like, here, Mr. DJ guy, plug this in and press play, and then that's it. DJ'd for the artist I was working with Whitey Northwest. Check him out, by the way. I'll try to remember to put a link in the description, but Whitey space NW is how you look him up. He's one of the artists I produce. So I DJ'd for him, and actually I did about an hour and a half, just an open format DJ set, just to have music going before the show started. It's been solid. I've done several of those types of sets in clubs at this point, or bars, etc. And the Engine OS has been great for it. Absolutely love it. So yeah, I mean, I would totally recommend this. I think it's definitely the most powerful, maybe bang for buck, all-in-one unit on the market. I mean, you have a few others out there. You have I guess the biggest other flagship would be Pioneer's Opus Quad. And comparing the features, at least on paper, I haven't used the Opus Quad. It does look like a cool unit. I would love to have the opportunity at some point to play with it, but it doesn't look like it actually has as many technical features. I'm sure it's fun to play with. I think it has a little bit bigger jog wheels. I think it's even a little bigger than this unit, but this is pretty good size. In the future, I plan on getting some more Denon Media players or their controller jog wheel units that allow you to have your third and fourth decks as separate units always available. Right now, I'm just using the layer button, which is okay, though I definitely can see myself wanting those available separate units where I don't have to worry about hitting that layer switch or accidentally loading something into the wrong track, or it's just easy. Like, I mean, it does a pretty good job of like obviously they're color coded, and you can customize whatever colors you want for so you see the lights here. They're also color coded by the Q, and then when you hit the layers, the load button also switches, which is a nice little feature. You can select a track, hit the load to load which one, or you can hit the center here and give you all 4 to choose. So there's multiple ways to actually load songs into each one. The only gripe, and here's a little thing for Denon. Hey, Denon, if you hear this, somebody tells you, maybe I'll post it in the forum. You know what would be really cool is if you were able to, there might be a memory issue. I don't know if it's possible or not. I don't know your guys' coding, but it'd be cool if each side or even each layer could potentially have its own, because when you hit the roll button here twice, it goes to sample trigger section. I don't want to call it a sampler because you're not sampling in the sense of like making beats and doing that, like recording in the sample, so it's not really that per se. But you have your samples, you load them in, and you can determine where they lie. Now, if you hit it on both sides, it's just the same set that you can see by the colors, but they're also and also on the screen, I believe. They're the same set, 8 samples. So you can only have 8 samples loaded here, which, I mean, probably for a lot of people that's plenty. But if you're trying to do like some crazy stuff and you're trying to have like a set going with a bunch of different things going on, it would be cool to have that option to have more than just 8. You know what I mean? If you could have each side have, you know, maybe expand it to 16 or 32 if you had each set of 8 for each layer, that would be cool. Obviously, you wouldn't tie it to the track, you would just tie it to the particular channel. So that would be cool. Please, Denon, that would be, I would absolutely love that. Bottom line is, I actually really love this unit. It has a lot of functionality, a lot of power. You can actually hook up real turntables, this thing. You can have external sources. You can have drum machines. I plan on expanding this. I plan on using Ableton Link in the future. I sold an MPC a while back because I wasn't really using it in my workflow. But now I wish I hadn't, because there's stuff that I want to be able to do, like triggering samples and stuff. Obviously with MPC, you wouldn't need to worry about my last feature request I just stated, but you could have an MPC hooked up. And I plan on actually having a secondary mixer in the long term, is have some samplers, drum machines, that kinds of thing. Maybe even like this Korg wave state tied into it through Ableton Link and some other hardware that allows you to use Ableton Link with just MIDI keyboards, essentially, or external synthesizers via MIDI control. I plan on testing all those things out in the future and getting those things. If anyone wants to sponsor and send some of that stuff this way, that'd be cool. I'm definitely gonna pick up some of that stuff. I highly recommend this unit. It's running I think $2,200 right now. I think it's the best bang for the buck for a flagship all-in-one unit. And Stems is in beta right now for this as well, so it's the only all-in-one unit that has that. I haven't loaded the beta on this yet. I think I'm just gonna wait because I've time of recording this, I hear it's probably only a few weeks out that they're gonna release. Like they just released, was it 3.2 version, and 3.21 is the one that's supposed to have stems. So I know you can get the beta 3.21 if you own one of these units on their website or through their forums or something. But you can get it if you have this. It's only available on this one. It's not on the Prime 4 or any other Denon stuff at the moment. By the way, like again, please subscribe. I would super appreciate that. Leave a comment down below. Tell me what you think. Are you going to buy one of these? Are you into DJing? Is it just a hobby? Or is it just a cool tech piece that you're just watching just because? I also produce beats. Obviously, I produce music in general. So you can check out I'm on all the streaming platforms under Duce, or you can go to DuceIRayBeats.com. That's where my beats are, as well as on BeatStars and other places. One more thing, just real quick. If you do have music, you produce music, you are an artist releasing music, and you're looking for, or you want to release music, maybe you're like on SoundCloud or something, but you want to get on all other platforms, you can use DistroKid. That's who I use. I have a referral link down below. It'll save you some money. I can't remember the exact percent, but it saves you some money on your first year. Starts as cheap as I think $20 a year. Super affordable, and gets you on all the platforms, all the, everything from iTunes to Spotify to YouTube Music to Amazon Music. I mean, they're always adding more. There's, I don't know, 40, 50 that puts it out to. And you can pick and choose which ones you want to send out to or not, but it gives you that one-click upload, send it to a bunch of places. You're good to go. You get paid from that stuff, make some money from your music. I put a referral link down below. It helps out the channel, and also it saves you some money. So it just benefits us both. So if you need that, check it out. It's already in the description. Pretty much all my videos, if you go to any one of my videos, there should be a referral link in there. Anyway, so I appreciate it. Thank you for watching. Again, please subscribe, and tell me what you think of the Prime 4 Plus. You gonna get it? Just like the pretty colors. Peace.